And we are live. Happy Friday. Good morning. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes just to see who pops up in my chat today. Man, it is cold outside, but that don't mean that the sun's not out because guns are out. Man, what a beautiful day. I woke up excited this morning. I woke up well before my alarm went off. Didn't get to eat breakfast yet, but I have eaten breakfast. Got to the gym early this morning, coached. Got to see, of course, all my favorite people that come to the gym. My hair is doing this thing where it's getting long, so it doesn't really know what it's doing yet. But that's okay. That's okay. We're figuring it out. But, I got my gym fit on. I'm feeling cute. I get to go this evening with my best friend, and we're going to go see Lord of the Rings. It's the 25th anniversary of Lord of the Rings, and it's playing in theaters today. So never in a million years did I think that I was going to get to see one of my all-time favorite movies in the theater, because it came out when I was so young. So this is a moment that I can't forget. We're going to go to dinner. We're going to hang out. There's something big going on today. You guys will get to see it later on, but something we've all been waiting for. It took a while to get here, but can't wait for you guys to see what we've got for you. So you're probably wondering why I look so cute. That's why I look so cute, not just for my podcast today. So some of you might know, I talked about it earlier in class, but yeah, it's just a great day. It might be 22 degrees outside, but it's a holiday weekend for most, which means some of you guys, if not most of y'all, are off on Monday for MLK Day. So I wonder, comment below. What are you doing this weekend? Are you traveling out of town? Are you doing anything fun? Yeah, the gym's going to be open regular hours. So, of course, I expect to see everybody here continuing on their fitness journey. Just because it's a day off from work doesn't mean that it's a day off from the gym. You heard me? All right. So I'm going to wait 2 more minutes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. But I cannot, man, I'm just so pumped. I'm like looking jacked over here. If the computer was down a little bit more, we could really see this cut off in action, because you got to repurpose it. The training club hoodie, this thing's fire. I dried it a couple too many times, so the sleeves got short, and I saw Ant cut his sleeves off. So just like in Mean Girls, it's like I saw Ant cut the sleeves off of his hoodie, so I cut the sleeves off of my hoodie. I'm so excited. All right, you guys. So let's dig in. I'm excited. So it's a new year, and so many people have set the resolution of either starting their fitness journey or getting back into the gym. There was this meme that I saw that I really loved, and that meme was like, how I feel knowing that one of my New Year's resolutions isn't getting into the gym. So I'm pumped. I'm really pumped. But we've seen a lot of new faces this week. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm glad that you're here with me. We've been seeing a lot of new faces in the gym, and that's amazing. One thing I can definitely say is I love how big fitness is getting again. And I really think that has to do a lot with, people trying to find new ways to feel good, but also social media, especially TikTok, Instagram. I mean, fitness influencers and people getting into fitness, they are popping off. And so we're 16 days in. So one of two things have happened. You've already quit, because like I said in my previous podcast, within the first week to 2 weeks, that 97% of you that set a New Year's resolution drops down to 67%, right? So a lot of y'all have already quit, or it's working out nicely for you and you're settling into your new routine. But why have so many people already quit? Too hard? Yeah, usually. We try and do too much. We try and do too much in the beginning, And then we just fall off. Like we're trying to set these super lofty goals, which tend to be a little too unattainable at first. And so it's hard to keep up with that momentum, right? So it ends up being too hard. Maybe that you don't like your gym. And then the big one is instantly off the back, overtraining. You've gone way too hard out the gate. Because it happens. I see it all the time. Instead of starting out easy, working up from going like every other day throughout the week, maybe one Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're going almost every day. You're not taking any rest. And you don't have to be both feet in, going hard all the time, just all gas, no brakes. Because what happens? You get super sore. So you go for 3 days, you're super sore, and then you have to take off a week. So you're super sore and already you're just feeling that burnout. So today for beef tips, what we're talking about is overtraining versus rest and recovery. Now, I'm sure Aunt of all people can sound off in the comments right now. I am so guilty of overtraining and going too hard. I feel good. I'm like, I'm going in, I'm working out 2 times a day. I'm going to work out in class in the morning. I'm going to work out in the afternoon. I'm not doing any mobility. I'm not resting. I'm literally just go, go, go. And then what happens? I pull my groin. I've hurt my shoulder. And it ends up being, I've worked out, had a really good, 3 or 4 days of training, but then I'm off. Then I'm off for a whole week after that. Like I just, I set my goals and I get so excited. And then it's just like, oh, I go 100% every single day in every workout. And it's just like, Caitlin, stop doing that. He tells me that every single time. Every single time we get ready for a new event, it's training season. And it's like, okay, Caitlin, maybe we scale it back, be a little smarter. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm just going to do it. And then what happens? Ann ends up being right. My husband ends up being right. I'm not taking any rest. I'm overtraining. I'm burnt out. I'm feeling exhausted. I'm not getting enough sleep. So, Ann, let the people know in the comments if that's what I have done year after year after year after year. And what's crazy is when I was really like looking into this, I didn't know there's an actual name for this. It's called overtraining syndrome. Not shocked. Everything has a name these days, but it occurs when an individual trains excessively without allowing adequate time for recovery. So as a result, persistent fatigue, decreased performance, even though you've continued to train, emotional, mood swings, increased risk of injury, illness, you're getting sick, your sleep is messed up. Now you've got a hormonal imbalance. And it's not just overtraining that is causing this. Also, you're overtraining and you have poor nutrition. You're overtraining, poor nutrition, bad sleep routines. On top of that, you're not drinking enough water. And it really does all go hand in hand. And there's one thing that I constantly tell my athletes. And if you ask them this, I'm telling you for a fact. We live to lift another day. All right, we live to lift another day. And that's just a great motto to live by because you can't give 100% every single day. You can't go hard every time you come to class. Because if you do have a goal when you first start out in the gym to be consistent in the gym, it doesn't mean that you're going to the gym every single day that week. It means that you set a good plan. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe Tuesday is yoga, maybe Thursday is walking, because rest is just as important as training. Rest allows our body to repair tissue, replenish our energy, and then also, if we are training hard, we need to adapt to that training stimulus. So I know some of you are like, man, I've done that before, or you're seeing maybe why you've started your fitness journey and we're 16 days in and you're like, dang, I've only been to the gym 5 times in 16 days when your goal was to go at least 3 days a week. All right. So, but there are a lot of questions that surround overtraining and rest. And sometimes we feel like we don't deserve rest. And that doesn't go just for in the gym. That goes for our day-to-day life, work. We just feel like we have to earn rest. Rest is not something that's earned. Rest is something that you need to give yourself grace for and take. You got to rest your body, rest your mind. I mean, I feel like I got to rest my soul and my emotions sometimes. I need a day, sometimes just to couch rot, eat something really good, maybe catch up on a show, work from home on the couch. Like, it doesn't have to be 100% and perfect every day. All right. So with these questions, it's like, how much rest is optimal rest? Like, do we, sometimes too little rest is then going to lead to that overtraining syndrome. But then if we rest too much, are we hindering progress? And then also, not knowing the signs of overtraining. If you're new to working out, you might not know the symptoms and the signs of overtraining. And then after a while, you're like, I've been going to the gym every day. I'm not getting any stronger. I keep having these nagging pains. And it's just like the subtle decline in your training. And it's like, so what do you do? How do you move forward? How do you make gains and still rest? Before we get into my beef tips, I just want to say good morning to everybody real quick. Good morning. And thank you. Shaved the head, painted my nails, trying to look cute. Oh, Lauren, girl, thank you. Coming on strong, Keith, right now. It's giving hair face. Thank you, Keith. I love you, Keith. And Savannah, you are always on time, boo, because I love you. Good morning. I'm so happy that you're here. All right. So we're going to get back into my beef tips. So beef tips of the day today. And I love saying that. Beef tips of the day today. Rest, overtraining. Here are my top 5 tips to help prevent you from overtraining and keep the gains coming. Number 1, listen to your body. I can't stress this enough. Say you wake up that day, you're not feeling that great. You might feel a little sore. That's okay. That doesn't mean that you can't train. But what it does mean is that if you go to the gym and while we're warming up, whether it's during the individual warm up or like when I'm coaching, I always say, right now is your time. And then at the end of that 10 minutes, it's my time. And I'm going to get us nice and warm. And if during that time, we're performing some movements, we're going over the movements, we're really warming up our bodies. If there is anything that you're feeling while doing these movements, then that's your sign. Because you can come to the gym, you can come to class anytime. And if you need to modify, you let your coach know. All right, there's always opportunity to get in a good workout while still listening to your body. Or you woke up that day and it's an overwhelming sense of soreness, fatigue, your head hurts, your back hurts. Sometimes it just be like that. And especially with us women, we're constantly moving through a cycle every single month. We have to adjust. We need to change up what we're doing because I'm telling you, right before it hits for me, my lower back is a mess. And and what's crazy is I always have my coach, Savannah, Lauren, and we're all talking about it. And we're like, wow, okay, we're about to start. Maybe I scale back a little bit. But number 1, listen to your body. Always so important. Number 2, schedule rest days and active recovery days. All right. So that means if your plan is to be in the gym 3 days a week, it doesn't have to be 3 days in a row. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or maybe it's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. That way you're scheduling, okay, you're like, if I come Monday, Wednesday, Friday, okay, Tuesday, I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to take my dog for a few miles on a walk. Walks are amazing. People really underestimate the power of a really great walk, getting your steps in. Okay, so maybe, all right, I go for a walk on Tuesday. On Thursday, do some mobility, some yoga, or maybe I just still come to the gym and I move really slow super lightweight or body weight. Doesn't mean that you have to stay out of the gym, but you can do active recovery, which leads me to my next point. Number 3, having a well-structured, intentional programming. I'm telling you, this is key. I get it. If you're going to a regular gym like a Crunch or a Planet Fitness, you're like, Monday is back and biceps, Wednesday is legs, Thursday is chest and triceps. Okay, great. But how intentional are you really being? Because a lot of times we tend to get caught up in that, well, I'm going to train this, and we try different exercises every single time we're in the gym, but you don't realize how much consistency in movements and how certain movements work together. Because you know what, we're working right now on bench press, deadlift, and back squat. And how are we capitalizing on that? Thanks to Coach Savannah, our head coach, we're not deadlifting the barbell every day. We're like today, we're doing D-ball cleans. So we're deadlifting an odd object off the floor. We might not be benching today, but a day we're doing push-ups. It is all super intentional, because you can't expect to come to the gym, which a lot of our athletes do, especially here at EAV. A lot of my athletes come 5 days a week. They're coming almost every single day. So our programming needs to be intentional so that you are able to come every single day. And Coach Savannah is the absolute best at what she does. She ensures that you are able to come 5 days in a row if you want to come 5 days in a row. Like yesterday was such a phenomenal workout. It was mainly all cardio. We had the sleds, boxes, burpees, machines, because for the last 3 days before that, the last 3 days before that, we were push pressing overhead. We were deadlifting, we were benching, like we were moving weight every single day. And here comes almost like an active recovery day, because the workout can be what you make it. Something I talk about in class all the time as well. When you're looking at that workout, how is it not only pertaining to your goals, but also going to help you continue to have a good week of working out, right? And so she programmed that in the middle of the week for a reason. It wasn't just like, today's cardio day. No day is a specific day. And I find that is where people work best. Because, like my husband goes to the gym and he has his days set up in the way that he trains, and he likes to train alone. More power to him. I enjoy when I get to train with him, but me, I'm training with my team. I'm training with my athletes, and we're working on our intentional programming. So just to run back real quick for those who have maybe just joined us. Number 1, we're listening to our body. Number 2, we're scheduling and being intentional with our rest days and active recovery days. And number 3, we have a well-structured intentional programming that we're doing. And that brings me to number 4, ensuring adequate nutrition, hydration, and sleep. I put those together because they really do, like I said earlier, they go hand in hand, right? Because if you're coming to the gym and you're trying to make gains and you're working really hard, you've got work, you've got kids, you've got all this stuff that you're doing, sleep is going to be probably the most important behind nutrition. I didn't put in any specific order, but you can't really function without sleep. And so if you think that you're going to get 3 or 4 hours of sleep and then crush the day, your body didn't even have enough time to even recover. It just didn't have enough time to recover at all. Like I said earlier, it's like your body hits recovery mode from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. Those are the important hours. You are literally hitting recovery mode 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. So if you're someone who doesn't go to bed till midnight or 1 a.m. and you're trying to wake up at 6 a.m. and you're wondering why you're so sore and tired and fatigued and you feel like you can't hit the gym as hard, well, baby, that sleep is off, right? And then on top of that, like I said, number 1 being nutrition. Because if you're not fueling yourself correctly, I promise you, what you're trying to do isn't going to happen. And I'm being straight up and honest with that. If you don't have your nutrition, it doesn't have to necessarily be 100%, but if you're not at 85% or better on your nutrition, eating whole foods, cutting out the processed crap, cutting out that added fake sugar, the signs are there. Your muscles aren't getting any bigger. You're not getting any stronger in class. You're like, man, I did this cycle and I only increased 5 pounds on my lift. Well, when you tell me you don't eat breakfast and sometimes you skip lunch and you hardly eat dinner, then I will fully expect for you not to experience the muscle growth that you're looking for. And then you have to be hydrated. When it comes to hydration, I'm gonna say this right now because this really is key. If you cannot do a 20-minute AMRAP or a 20-minute workout without needing to chug water during that 20 minutes, you're already dehydrated. You're already dehydrated. So think about that for a second. I'm going to the gym. I'm not eating really well. I don't really drink any water. All I drink is coffee and soda or juice. I mean, I love juice, and then I'm not really sleeping at night. So how are you expecting to make gains, recover well, see the results that you want, lose the weight that you want, especially if you're not eating enough to support your day-to-day body functions, and now you want to gain muscle, so you need to be eating more, but you're not? You guys, we have to stop letting ourselves come up short on this. All right? Because it's not just, I'm going to go to the gym every day. It's not just that. It's like a big circle with, think about it like an Easter egg, actually. You got your Easter egg, and your Easter egg is fitness. And then you crack it open, and inside you start pulling things out, like the little candies or the jelly beans that you get in there. It's like, first one, sleep. Next one, hydration. Here's my nutrition. Here's my coach that helps me, which is point number 5. Get you a coach to help create a personalized plan for you. Because if you're just starting out on your fitness journey, or you're getting back into fitness, maybe you had a baby, you used to be an athlete when you were younger and you're getting back into the gym and you've been out of the game for a long time, sure, sometimes, it does work with like joining somewhere like Oxfit. People see great results from our cycles, of course. But if you're really wanting to see the results that you want, and you're tired of doing it on your own, you're tired of not seeing results, well, maybe now it's time to have a personal coach to personalize a plan for you. So they're going to let you know, what days you need to be coming, what you need to be focusing on, what you should be eating and when, meal timing, how much you should be eating, your macros. These are things that you don't have to do on your own, but you're choosing to do on your own, and then you're getting frustrated. Then you're quitting what you're doing because it's getting too hard. It just becomes this endless vicious cycle of you starting and stopping and starting and stopping and pausing, and you're hurt and you're sore and you don't know what to do and you're tired of eating. And I'm going to tell you this, when it comes to eating, I saw something that really made me laugh, and it was like, girl, you gave that man years to change and years to waste your time, but you can't take the time to come to the gym, and you can't eat the same thing every single day. Come on now. So real quick, let's go over these points from the beginning. We're just having some more people join us. So my top 5 tips to help you keep getting those gains and prevent you from overtraining. Number 1, listen to your body. I'm telling you, if there is anything that you do in 2026 when it comes to your fitness journey, it is listening to your body and making smart decisions. Because some days you only have 75% to give, and you give 75%. Well, guess what? You gave 100%. Don't feel bad. You did the best that you could, and you gave the best, and you listened to your body. You still came and you moved. I love that. Keep going. And then number 2, We schedule our rest days and our active recovery days. Stop thinking you don't deserve rest. Stop thinking that laziness is this evil thing that you're like, oh my God, I can't sit here and enjoy this show because I got to be doing this. I've got to go to I got to work late for my job. I got to go. No, you deserve rest. Give yourself some grace. Number 3, structured and intentional programming. Having that intentional programming is what's going to get you to your goals. You're not sitting there like, think about it. When I go to the gym with my husband and we go to get a little lifty lift in, I look over and this is all I see. Oh, I'm going to do my set. Oh, back to the phone. Here's another set. What are you doing? There's nothing intentional about what you're doing at all. That's why when you come to the gym, the only thing allowed on that gym floor is you and your water bottle, period. You don't have a water bottle? We got a water fountain. You got a little towel you want to wipe your sweat? Bring it. You're not bringing your phone in here. That's not how we work. So then number 4, ensuring that you have adequate nutrition, hydration, and sleep. Now, I know there's a lot. I've been recently seeing a lot about, we drinking too much. You could have too much water. Okay, I get that. But I'm telling you, the way that you can gauge your nutrition is if you cannot perform for 20 to 30 minutes without having to chug water, you're already dehydrated. And you're probably dehydrated because your nutrition is crap. You're not eating enough whole foods, vegetables, and fruits that have natural water in them. Orange juice, pineapple, watermelon. I'm telling you, those, you just eat those, drink that. Natural hydration, coconut water, one of my favorite things. So your hydration sucks. Your nutrition is crap. So then guess what? You're working hard. You're overworking yourself. You're not taking any rest. And now your hormones are off. And then your sleep is going to be crap. But you think that, and what's crazy is most people think that's just normal. Oh, I didn't sleep well last night. I didn't get a lot of sleep. Let me go about my day. I'm going to keep going and keep pushing yourself to the point of utter exhaustion. So then you're not seeing any results. Then you're skipping the gym. And then you're going back into these old habits that you said you weren't going to do, but you fell back into it. And then the way to prevent all of this, the best thing that you could do is get you a coach to help create a personalized plan for you. One thing that I've taken away from Coach Savannah that she does so well, and I love when she does this, is we have beach brawl coming up in March. When we did beach brawl back in the fall, she took it upon herself to be everybody's personal coach. And she sent us emails highlighting movements and things that we should be doing, what days we should be coming to the gym so that we were ready for beach brawl. That's what a personal coach does for you. And it's not even just creating you a personal plan. It's holding you accountable. Because who is actually texting you, if not every day, at least every few days, to be like, hey, where are you at? And that's another thing that's even great about Oxfit, and it's not even a coach, is that you're here surrounded by like-minded individuals who are on this same fitness journey and nutrition journey as you. And they're going to be like, dude, where are you at? Where have you been? What are you doing? Why are you not here? Because we need that. Like I said, more power to you. If you are someone that can go to a gym, put your headphones on, you want to talk to nobody, and you want to work out by yourself, zone out, great. You know what? Honestly, I admire that about you because that is hard. To be driven by yourself is hard. But man, when you come to somewhere like Oxfit and you are surrounded by all of these people who are not only cheering you on, lifting you up, they're doing the same thing as you. They're on this same journey. And it's just like, wow, you see these other people and it encourages you. And it's like Ant said in his podcast yesterday, especially in a workout. When you're feeling tired and you're feeling like you can't keep going, cheer for somebody else. Because I'm telling you, that will make you feel better and that will get you re-energized. And so you're in a class, Like we had earlier this morning, we had 12 people in class and everybody is just like, let's go, come on, pick it up, coaching each other. And that's, oh man, those vibes are insane. Like it is just so awesome to be part of such an incredible community, right? So even if say you're just getting into fitness and you're like, well, I'm not ready yet for that super intentional, one-on-one coaching. I just want to kind of like come to the gym. Come on. If you comment below this podcast and you've been looking for a gym, I got a free week for you. I got a free week card. You scan it, sign the waiver, come to class. Or if you're watching this podcast right now and you know that you have a friend who's been looking for something like this, let me know. I will reach out to them personally and give you a free week card to give them. Because I'm telling you, when you come into this space where everyone is trying to be the best version of themselves, the healthiest, the happiest, the harder to kill version of themselves, it inspires you. It makes you want to be better and it makes you want to do better. And I can stand 10 toes deep on that because I see it every single day. Look, don't be one of these people who just thinks I'm going to, go on AI or I'm going to copy someone's, what they're doing in the gym, because just like nutrition, and I've said it before, just like with nutrition, what works for me doesn't work for Savannah. What works for Savannah doesn't necessarily work for Lauren. And what works for Lauren isn't going to work for Ann. But that's why we're each other's coaches. And that's why we figure out what works for us. So stop trying to copy. You can use these people that you see on social media as something that motivates. Don't be out here trying to copy what they're doing, because what they're doing isn't necessarily going to work for you, because where are they in their fitness journey? How long have they been working out? You have to know where to start. And that is what is great about Oxfit. When someone new comes in, they just feel, I hear it all the time. They're like, well, I got to get ready to come to your gym. No, you don't. We get you ready. We teach you movements. We coach you on form. You have nothing to worry about. Come as you are. Because what makes Oxfit great is the wide array of people that we have here. Everybody's in a different part of their fitness journey, whether they're just starting out or getting back in. We have moms who are pregnant, moms who just had babies. We have everyone of shape, size, color, creed. It literally doesn't matter. Just come to a class, because I promise you, it will change your life. Because even in a class like this morning, some people are doing the workout like it's written, but some people have to modify, and modifications are okay. Stop thinking that people are going to, why you already don't go to another gym is because you're afraid of people judging you, or you're afraid of not looking good enough, or working out, or not knowing what to do for a movement. That's okay. You just have to show up and come to the gym. We will get you there. So like I said, you can come to the gym. You can get you a coach. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals. And I promise you, the goal that you've set, or the resolution, or whatever you want to call it, at the beginning of the year to come to the gym, you'll be part of that 3% that actually hits their goals at the end of the year. Remember, 97% of people set a New Year's resolution at the beginning of the year. And at the end of the year, only 3% of people have achieved their goals. Don't be part of that 97%. Be part of the 3%. All right, let's go over these tips one more time. If you don't have your notebook out, if you don't have a pen, at least pull your phone out, write it down in your notes, do something. All right, and maybe this is hitting home for you today. Maybe you feel triggered. Well, great. Maybe you need to rest. I am guilty of this. So here we go. Number 1, listen to your body. Be smart. Modify if you need to. Take a day of rest if you need to. Don't keep doing the same thing you were doing last year, like me, and working yourself into the ground. Listen to your body. Number 2, schedule rest days and active recovery days. Go for a walk, do some yoga, do mobility. Maybe just come to class and move with light weight or body weight. Schedule that for yourself. If you know that you can't actually allow yourself to rest, schedule that rest. Number 3, well-structured intentional programming. Stop asking AI to write a workout for you. Stop looking up these fitness influencers and what they're posting for their daily workout. That's not going to work for you. That's not intentional. All right, that's just you making something up and going to the gym. Number 4, ensuring that you have adequate nutrition, hydration, and sleep. I promise you that if you eat whole foods, cut out the processed junk, eat no less to no sugar, added sugar, fruit's fine, of course, you will see results just from that. Getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, and eating really well. Because the results that we see in people that do that the first month in our program, mind-blowing. And then number 5, get you a personal coach to help create a personalized plan for you. You guys, it's 2026. It's time that we actually start giving ourselves grace and resting. Because that job that you're staying up till 11 o'clock at night to work for, something happened to you tomorrow, they're replacing you the next day. How can you pour from an empty cup? How can you be there for your kids, be there for your husband, be there for your wife, support these people, do a good job at work if your cup is empty? You can't. Stop with this overworking and burnout and exhaustion. That's not what we're doing in 2026. We're being better in 2026. Because with enough rest, with a great coach, with the right community, with our nutrition on point, that goal that you had is going to be more attainable and going to happen quicker than all the other times that you said you wanted to lose 10 pounds last year and instead you gained 15 pounds. And just like the year before you said you were going to go to the gym, you went to the gym for the first 16 days for your resolution and you quit already. Stop trying to work so hard. Stop trying to do things on your own when you have people who can hold you accountable, who can show up for you and help you along your journey. Man, I'm at 37 minutes today. Dang, and you're right though. I'm feeling it today. I am in the zone. Today is a great day. I've been crushing it all morning long. Look, in the comments, I want everyone to comment the day that they rest, whether it's a Sunday, a Wednesday, a Thursday. Let me know. Let me know what you like to do for rest. Whether, like I said, whether it's catching up on your shows, reading a book like Savannah likes to do, where are you resting and how are you giving yourself enough recovery during the week so that you can attain these goals that you've set? And if you're unsure of how to do that, comment below, hit me in the DMs at @coach_beefy, Oxfit Nation, click the link in our bio to set up a one-on-one call. Just do it. Let this be your best year and let's rest. Let's get jacked. Let's get rest. Let's recover. Let's go. I'm going to see you guys next Friday. Can't wait for some more beef tips. If you liked it, click the like button, hit the subscribe. I will see you guys next Friday. Let's